Years, DRoseDaGreat, man. We're back at it with another video, and I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys who have subbed to the channel. We have finally reached 500. That was my goal, and now the next goal is to reach 1,000. Man, I'm just grateful for all the people that have supported the channel. We're running our numbers up a little bit, right? And now we're at the first stage where we can start to monetize and stuff like that. The content, I think at 500 you can only do live videos, so I will be able to do that. But the 1,000, once you get to that 1,000 mark, you can start monetizing just the regular videos that you drop. So I appreciate you guys for that. But without further ado, let's get into the video, man. So as you guys can see from the title, we're going to show you how to find the best no NIL recruits in the game. This is going to help you for you guys that are trying to budget. Now, this can work. Obviously, this can work with big schools. But this is also for the mid-tier programs, to also the smaller schools that are, trying to budget and still find some really good recruits. So we're gonna jump into it. And honestly, the team I'm gonna start out with is just Oregon, because they have a pretty good pipeline, and it's 3 stars for the most part. So we should damn near have almost everybody unlocked with Oregon. And their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator has recruiter, so has the base recruiting package for either the defensive or the offense, the tier 1. So let's get to it, man. We're just gonna, and we like getting the head coach because he already has all that stuff included. I think we just gotta upgrade some of the offense. I think he has some of the defense already, right? So we'll see. We got the Rainmaker. We don't care about none of that stuff. Let's get to it, man. So I'm going to show you guys the best recruits. I'm talking about literally 0 NIL you will have to spend on these guys. Now, of course, there's still some cheap guys that you can actually probably go after. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to show the 0 NIL recruit guys that I'm talking about. And we're going to tell you which positions you should prioritize. Now, like, honestly, a lot of these guys might not fit your scheme per se, but if this is for me the way I look at it, because I don't play like a 3-star Dynasty league or 2 stars, whatever a lot of people play. I play in a thing where you got every school is available, right? So I'm kind of mad I figured this out after I already started in a Dynasty. I'm in a 48 hours. I got TCU. I kind of wish I would have knew some of these things before, but just from labbing, I picked up on some things. And let's get into it. So to me personally, the one position, I'm not even gonna say the one position, but the main position that I think you should prioritize in spending the bag is quarterback, D-line. I'm not really super high on running backs per se, but those are the positions where you're really not finding anybody good for cheap. Like, you might find well, I don't want to give it away, so I'll just say that quarterback, running back, and defensive end and slash DTs. You might find some decent DTs, but for the most part, we're just gonna include all defensive linemen. So I'll just show you guys. For me, the best archetype in the game for QBs are dual threats, right? So we're just gonna go to 3-star because we want to do the no money spent, right? But we still want to have some decent guys. So let's just take a look, right? These are all the 3 stars. We got some guys that cost 115. That's 4 stars that cost about 115 in the NIL. So let's go look at this. We probably won't find anybody for 0. Like, let's look at this. The minimum you'll find is 30. And I've done a bunch of these different dynasties where I just loaded up dummy leagues, and I don't think I've seen anything up under 30. So quarterback, don't be cheap on quarterback. This is probably where, if you're budgeting, you probably want to go all in on quarterback, all in on your D-line, and maybe somewhat all in on running back, right? Depending on your play style. Like me, I'm a passer. I'm still going to go after 4-star running backs, but I'm just not throwing the house at them, right? So let me get into the first archetype, and let's get into the first cheap archetype that I feel like really has some good value. And the way I like to go about these archetypes is I like to find the guys who already have high physicals. So for me personally, that's like size. Yeah, you could include size, pause, but the way I'm looking at it is I want speed and strength, some speed and power. But we're starting out at wide receiver, so the main thing I care about is speed, especially seeing how expensive the quickness upgrades are now. Like last year, you might be able to have a guy that's like at 94 speed. It only costs about 13 points. Now almost every single upgrade, once they hit like a certain threshold, is 20. So for me, I rather work on building up the non-physicals like route running, hands, stuff of that nature, right? When it comes to the recruit. So we're at the wide receiver speedsters. We're gonna go all the way down till we find a zero. Now, some recruiting classes you might find like a 30 of these guys, and then some of them you might only find like 10 or something like that, right? I'm exaggerating on 30, but let's just go through the list. We're gonna go. He's 5'9", so he don't really fit my playstyle of rip, but these are the speedsters, so we're just gonna scout these guys. Let's do this. Of course, we're skipping. Also, make sure you look at the class, so you guys can see this guy is somebody that's a junior college, and he's already a junior, so pretty much you only have him for 1 year, and he's still not that good, so we'll pass on him. Let's go here. Bang, 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 and we won't go for this last guy as well because he's another junior college guy that's probably already built up a little bit, but only a 3-star, so we know he has some limitations already, right? And we'll just go through these guys real quick. But me personally, this is what I like to do. So we'll go to not fully scouted, right? But this is how you also want to save some points. This is why I took Oregon, because they already have a coordinator that has the wide receivers. First tier 1 of wide receiver and recruiting in the recruiting package. So we only got to do about 2 upgrades. But this is what I like to do. I don't like to speed through them. I like to see what the quickness is. And once I see what it is, I might not even fully scout them. I don't care what the route running is, right? So, all right, we didn't get speed on the first try. Let's see. Oh, this guy got 98. Look at this. A 3-star, 0 expected NIL. Oh, my God. We don't even need to go further. 87. He can get the boot. For me personally, as a wide receiver, I need all my wide receivers to be able to at least get, like, start around 92 speed. Because I really don't, me personally, I really don't want to spend more than 40 points, especially if you're starting with a 3-star and they already have low attributes. I kind of want a guy that already comes in faster so I can spend most of my points spending upgrading like their non-physical. So like I said, like if I got a receiver, we want to upgrade route running, hands, and everything of that nature. Maybe elusive package, of whatever it might be, right? But you see this guy starts with 98 speed. That's insane. Let's see another guy. We didn't get it here. 93, that's solid. 88, get the boot. We don't know what he is. 94, that's another good guy. I don't know what he is. 90, see, that's too low for me. For me, me personally, my wide receivers, I'm good with anything at 95 speed and above. So that's why I said I kind of want them to start at no less than 92 speed, because I don't want to spend more than 40 points on quickness when I got to upgrade a lot of other things, right? So this guy has 96. Now, look at this. We'll actually go to the non-fully scouted, right? Cool. Got 96, 98, 89. That's probably one of the guys we have to scout twice. 93, 89. So we're going to get all the slow guys out of here, right? 90, 96. 94 is still pretty good. Especially if he's in our pipeline. Like, so you'll see, like, we got a tier 5 pipeline for Oregon. So that's probably somebody you probably want to go after. 93, especially when you got these 98, 96. Probably want to pack him up too. So now we got 4 receivers we can go after, right? We're gonna go into the next. We're gonna go into the next archetype now. That was just the speedster. These are the budget guys. These are the guys I'm saying are the budget guys. So you can still turn these guys up, and you can possibly flip and change their position based off what attributes you put up. Now the second one I like to go after is so in case you guys don't really because a lot of speedsters they be a little too short for me, right? So I like going after the contested specialists. But me personally, I'm only going after the ones that have the athlete tag on them, right? Because those are the guys that are usually the fastest. Like, so we got one here, 0. Got another one, 0. Got another one, 6'4". Look at this. 0, 0. And these are non-junior college guys, 0. Bang, bang, bang. So we got a bunch of these guys now. Let's see how we can just do it from here. I'm not even going to see if we can get some good guys here. 86, nasty. Nasty. 86, nasty. So, but you trust me, you will find some good guys here. Obviously, speedster is going to be the fastest. But you'll still find 92. That's pretty solid, especially for a guy that's 6'3". Cool, we'll rock with it. 88 nasties. Now, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the worst batches of athlete contested specialists I've seen. So, 94. There we go. 6'2", 94. We get busy with that. 90. He has a gem, so maybe you might like, he might turn out to be a star, but we're gonna just pack him just based off the rule, right? 84, disgusting. This is probably the worst one I've seen, and I've done this at least 10 plus times already. So, all right, now we'll go to the next archetype. So, me personally, I know most of y'all don't care about O-linemen, so we're gonna come back to O-linemen if we have enough points left. Like I said, edge rusher, DTs, those are kind of the guys. Those are the premium guys. So we're gonna go for the next position. That's the outside linebacker lurkers. Now you could do the Mike linebackers too, the Mike lurkers as well, especially the athlete ones. But for me personally, just from doing a bunch of these tests, I feel like the outside linebacker lurkers have been a little faster in my opinion. That's a junior college guy, so we'll skip him. We just locking these guys up. I probably don't want to do too many. Like, so this class has a million of them. God damn. And for me personally, I don't like linebackers under 6 feet, so we'll just take out the ones that are under 6 feet as well. So 6'2", 6'2", 6'1", 6 feet. All right, 5'11", we'll pack him. He might be fast, and those sometimes those guys will be pretty fast. But just so we don't waste all our skill points, we'll take out some of the short guys. 5'11". Cause we're still, I'm pretty sure we'll still find some pretty decent ones. 5'11" as well. All right, cool. Let's get into it, man. Let's see if we find some pretty fast linebackers. 79. Ooh, disgusting. But this is the risk, man. Especially if you got a small school. 79. We're finding some pretty bad guys to start off rip. Trust me. 85. Ooh, we can get busy with that. 77. So we went like 1 for 4 on finding some pretty fast linebackers. For me personally, I probably wouldn't want to go below like 84 speed. Like 84 is probably the cutoff mark for me. We got 86, and he has a gem. 90. Look at this. We found a 6'2", 90 speed, 233-pound lurker. 3 stars, 0 expected NIL. For me personally, just because we don't want to drag the video out, scouting everybody, we'll just end it on that note, right? We don't have to go through every single guy. It's pointless, right? So we're gonna go on to the next archetype. Like I said, you could also do the Mike as well. But for me personally, I feel like the outside linebacker lurkers have been faster just from the general consensus of what I've been scouting. So for me now, cornerback is the next one. And I like to go to the field corners. Like, if you guys watch I think that was my last video, I told you how good the field corners are for me. Those are my personal favorite archetype in the game. Now, obviously, they're kind of tough to build if you want to get that ball hawk, but there is some tips. I will be dropping another video on that. Oh, this is a junior college guy, so we'll leave him. We only got 4. We only got 4 field corners that expect 0 NIL, so we might mix in some other. That means most likely there's a lot of boundaries or bumper run or zone, or whatever it might be, right? So we'll get into the corners here. Let's see the speed we get. 92 speed. That's not bad. That's really not bad for a 3-star. 87, pretty slow. He's out of here. 90. It's kind of a little slow for me. We need 92 up. 92 up, baby. Come on, let's get this one here. 92 as well. This is probably one of the weaker field corner raccoon classes I've done, but you'll trust me, I've literally found 0 expected NIL 95 plus speed corners that were filled, but that just means most likely this might be like a bump and run class. Like, honestly, watch, let's see. I feel it. Let's see. Oh, not even. Damn, this is a disgusting class they gave us. Disgusting. But we might find some. Let's see. 6'2", bump and run. 80. Oh my god, 81 speed, bro. That's disgusting. Okay, 88. This is probably one of the weakest class of corners ever. Oh my goodness. 86. Yeah, they did as bad for the video. Trust me, I'm telling you, I've done plenty of classes. Let's see, because this I was gonna do another one too. This is who I like to go after for my safeties, just because I like tall safety. So I typically go after the tall zone corners. We might find some here. Let's see. Yeah, this might just be a weak cornerback class. That's probably all it is. We just got the unfortunate class. But like I'm still cool. And the good thing about this is this doesn't mean don't go after any of the high price guys. This is just to help you find these like really good guys who you can pair with your top guys. So like obviously I'm not gonna tell you go after a class that has zero like and spend zero period on a recruiting class. I don't think that's wise. But if you are gonna pay top dollar for quarterbacks or running back or it might be another receiver or a linebacker, you're gonna have to be able to budget. So these are the guys that you put on the back burner for your budget. So like me personally, with these zone corners, I prefer them over 6 feet and taller. But you know, just for the sake of the video, we're going through some of them. 6'3" now. Watch this guy be a demon. Watch him be like 94 speed. I feel it. 93 speed. I know it, bro. Once you find these 6'3" guys that like around 190 and up, they almost always come in pretty fast. I'm telling you, that's why I said I only go after the tall zone corners. Like anytime you see a 6'3" corner and they got pretty decent weight on them, they might be decent speed. I'm telling you that right now. This is a guy I will put at safety. Just because he already starts out fast. He has decent zone corner, of course. And we're just trying to get us faster to that ball hawk and everything like that, right? So pretty good zone corner. Now let's get into the last one that I was kind of saving. Is the O-line. So obviously, when I did a bunch of these tests, every single time I did it, we really didn't find too many offensive tackles, pass protectors that didn't require much. But I'll just show you guys just for the sake of it. So like obviously there's some cheap guys 5.55, so we didn't get no 0. But when we get to the when we get to the guards, this is where it changes, right? Now, for me personally, I've talked about it in one of my O-line videos. I like the pass protectors. Like, I like the 3-star pass protectors just because you can still get the primary. Like, they usually start out pretty decent, right? Like, for me personally, if I'm getting a pass protector, obviously, I'm trying to get somebody that can pass block well and hold up against these elite pass rushers. And for me, I want those guys who already start out in like probably like close to mid 80s for pass block power, just because we want to get that pocket shield as soon as possible. So let's see, we only got about 3 here, but this is one of the weaker classes. So he starts out 80. That's kind of low for me. Let's see what this guy starts at 81. So this is probably one of the weakest recruiting classes. Lord have mercy. Then we find an 85 gem, but that we don't end there. We can probably find some centers. Let's see if we find a center. And remember, there's still a bunch of guys who only cost about 5 NIL. This is just the 0 budget class that I'm doing. So we just got a little unfortunate here with this class. Let's see if we get something good here. We got a gem, but he has low pass block power, so it's like it's a little iffy for me, just because I don't want to spend so many points upgrading that pass blocking attribute. So for me, I mean, he's a gem, so he might be worth it, especially if he starts out with like star or elite dev. He might be in a good spot. But since we have a bunch of hours left, we can go look at some other things, right? So well, obviously, if you got like a mid-tier school or a low-tier school, you probably won't start out with around 5,000. But just imagine, let me go back to all these guys. So we can build out a bunch of guys already. So look at these corners. We can have 2 starting corners off rip, most likely, because we probably won't be competing with too many guys. Let's look. Houston, Colorado, SMU, Arkansas, Texas. Right? If you're in a league, most guys who are in the league, they're gonna have one of those. They're gonna have at least maybe Texas is obviously gone. I think Arkansas is gone. Maybe SMU and maybe Colorado. Nobody really chooses Houston. But you can get these guys pretty easily for the most part, because most guys aren't looking at the 3 stars. They're going for the 4 stars, trying to throw their bag. Look at this corner. Look at the schools that he got: South Carolina, Kentucky, Georgia. Georgia's not wasting time on these type of 3 stars. South Carolina, for the most part, these guys are guys that are going for the 4 stars. Then look at this one right here: Houston, Arkansas, SMU, Oklahoma State, Kansas is in the top 5. These are teams that you can pretty much jump probably with no hesitation. Like I said, you can find a 90 speed linebacker 3 star, and these are the guys that people might like actually scout, but they're probably not putting any real hours on them just because they're throwing that NIL bag and the hours on everybody else. So this is kind of why I like this. And remember, these are game changers. You might not have a quarterback, but if you got 96 speed, 90, you might have a bad quarterback. You got 98 speed, 96 speed on the field, and the other person across from you knows that. 6'2" as well, pretty tall. This is a pretty good player right here. This is the guy that people have to respect. You kind of have to play off, or you gotta have some demons at corner yourself. So we'll just go take a look. This is where you be like, you know what? Let me see if we got some good quarterbacks. Just for the sake of the video, we're gonna look for some quarterbacks, dual threats. So we got an athlete right here, 5-star. He only costs 130. Obviously, if you had a weaker school, it probably cost more. But let's just scout some of these guys, right? Let's see if they got anything we really care for. That's how you know this class is weak, bro. Look at this. I'm in the 4 and 5-star dual threats, and we only got about 6 of them, bro. Like, this is probably one of the weakest classes. This is one of those linebacker classes / corner classes and everything like that, right? So let's go scout a little bit. So he starts out 80 speed, 92 throw power, gold dot, which is pretty good. Look at the 87 deep accuracy. I don't even care if he's a bust. That is pretty good for me. All right. Let me see. He starts a bronze dot, 85 speed, 93 throw power. That's pretty good. Let's see. Braden Stoudemire, 90 throw power. Not good, but 93 speed is insane. These are the guys I'm throwing. 96 throw power, 91 speed, 89 deep accuracy. These are the guys I'm just saying, you know what? I can't wait till we advance. I'm throwing the house on them, right? Let me take one of these guys out. I'm gonna take this guy out just to see. I want to. Damn, we probably can't scout this guy yet. We'll take him out too. Damn, we gotta take out all these guys just to get that one dude. Well, saw burn or whatever. No, we'll do it for the sake of the video, right? Damn, he's selfish. Dude only gonna let me scout him if he's the only person. Let's see, 84 speed. You're not even that good, man. You're not even that good. So let's go back real quick. Sorry, I'm dragging this video out. I'm just giving you guys some game, some knowledge real quick, cause I want to see how much it'll probably cost to max him out, right? So we'll go bring these guys up. I don't even know if I have auto recruiting on. Let me make sure. I don't want them to recruit for me. Let's see. I just want to send a scholarship. We got it off, obviously. We'll advance the week. Now, this is one of the guys. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. If I got, let's say, I got 2,100, 2,500 to spend on recruits. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of guys who cost 0. Let me see. We got 20. Oh, no, well, that's not on that. That's for something else. But this is Oregon, so we got a bag. Let me see which one is the one I want to 90 throwing power, 93 speed. So we don't care about this guy right quick, right? 80 speed, that's too low for me, right? We're going to have to upgrade speed. So we'll just go for this guy, right? 96 throw power, 91 speed, and he's a gem. This is the guy I say, you know what? He wants 150. That's cool with me. We're trying to win this recruiting battle. We can go 300 on him. Who is this out of high school? This is like I'm trying to think who's like one of the best, like top 5, no doubt about it. One of the hands down best recruits coming out of high school. We could probably say like a Kyler Murray. This is like having your Kyler Murray out of high school, or I'm trying to think of somebody else. I don't know why it's not like clicking in my head right now, but this is a guy I say, you know what, I spent 300 because if I sign if I sign any of these receivers, if I get 2 of these, I'm in great position. I got 96, 98 speed. I didn't have to spend $1 on. Obviously, this 5'9" is just throwing me off, but we probably go after some. Let me see, 96 right here, 6'1". We go after him. Or this guy 6'3", 92 speed, 94. So we got some really taller guys. Then of course we get some pretty good O-line to protect us up front. Now obviously, if these guys don't fit your scheme, then this probably might not be the strategy for you. If you only want guys to fit a specific scheme, then this probably wouldn't be the strategy for you. But for me, I just look at it like, man, this helps me get other guys. So even if they don't fit your scheme, these are still receivers and corners that people have to respect on the field. Like, these guys can be easily built up. Obviously, none of these guys were, oh, well, this guy was a gem. But 6'3", and you know what you could say? You know what you could do? You could be like, you know what? He's 6'3", 93 speed. I don't even want him to be a safety, or I don't want him to be a zone corner. I'll just max out his man coverage, and then it'll change his archetype over to a bump and run corner or something like that, right? So we can also do that as well. So that's one of the benefits of doing this 0 NIL on a bunch of these recruits. I'm just giving you guys the blueprint and the archetype on the best ones. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video and enjoyed it, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. We try and run it up, man. We're gonna end it here on that note. Peace.